when we speak about Lord Shiva, there's a lot of times a misconception by many that, you know, we associate with him with like the kind of the left side or dark side of Hinduism where there's tantra involved. There's ritualistic, tantric, things, rituals involved that is not just the conventional type of rituals that we participate in. There's a lot of different types of, tantra, and we're going to go into Aghoris as well. So I want to kind of talk a little bit about that why is it that Lord Shiva is often associated with this dark side of Hinduism, where there's tantra and Aghoris, etc.
To begin with, let me first express my gratitude to you and to your team for inviting me here. I come to this podcast against the backdrop of me being a disciple of my Guru Swami Sadyojata Shankarashram, with whom I went to the Kailash, first the Manasarovar and the Kailash, to do the parikrama of both. I initially would like to say that Mahadev represents beyond Hinduism. Mahadev represents the idea of meditation. I believe every sadhak, student of spirituality, for that entity, for him or her, it's always been, Mahadev has always been an inspiration, because what he says is, go, rise and attain enlightenment. And his methods, which are connected to meditation, are those which everybody can aspire for and practice. As simple as on the day of Mahashivaratri, if you do Om Namah Shivaya, that mantra, if you chant it in your mind with a Rudraksh Mala preferably, it does help you to focus your mind. Therefore, I don't really see dark or light or whatever. I don't see, because if there is a sun, there is a moon.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think Mahadev represents the idea of the ease with which, the breadth with which, the depth with which a spiritual sadhaka, aspirant, can practice meditation and attain enlightenment. That's the way I look at Mahadev. Beyond darkness is Mahadev. And you will have certain ways like the Aghoris practice, which may come across as a bit of the dark ways, which actually it isn't. If you go to a crematorium and you sit there in the night, firstly, will you be able to? Because it's dark.
But most people wouldn't
be even thinking of, right, going even close to a smashana bhumi. But the Aghoris practice that. Now, that practice may be understood as a bit of dark practice, but actually it's the darkness in which they practice that which is very enlightening.
I think just going a step back for people who might not even really know who Aghoris are or what they represent, I think it's a term, to be honest, even recently I studied about Aghoris. Yeah. Most people I know don't really have the right definition of who they are, what they do, and why they do it. Okay. So can you give us essentially like a 101 on exactly who are Aghoris?
Definitely. I would love to do that, because I've even written a book on it called Aghori, An Untold Story, where I did go through the process of understanding who they are, because they are with us, they are on this planet, and they practice meditation as well. By the word Aghori itself means he or she who doesn't fear darkness.
Can there be female Aghoris?
Yes, there are. Can there be isn't a question. There are. But the percentage is very less.
Right.
Because the kind of meditative practices, the tantra practices that are expected to be done are very stringent. And so the males are more. Okay. But then that's fine. There are other ways of attaining Shivatva. But there are, if you go to the Kamakhya temple in Guwahati, you will come across on certain days the female Aghoris. Yep. Aghoris, beyond the gender, the gender, whether male or female, are those who have the strength and the willpower and the fearlessness to not just face darkness, but even go beyond. If I can put it that way, in a way where I say that Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhajan, Kirtan are beautiful ways, marga, paths to attain enlightenment. What the Aghori says that if you take 6 months of Bhakti Yoga, for example, to reach a particular point of enlightenment, through their marga, which is to go to the cremation ground and do their techniques of meditation, it may take just a week, not a few months. So I wouldn't say they're doing a shortcut, but maybe they're not cutting short, but they are trying to reach the same place of enlightenment, destination, without really investing too much time. जो हम 10 महीने में कर सकते हैं, वो 10 दिन में करना चाहते हैं. What others would take 10 months to do, they want to attain it through a shorter period of time. And mainly what I understood is they are very fearless and a solid strength through willpower. I'm not saying they are the only sect of sadhakas with that kind of an attitude. Even the Naga Babas are that way, or the yogis who practice meditation. Like from where I came, from Rishikesh, if you were to travel even higher, beyond Gomukh, you'll come across some yogis who sit almost bare in the ice to practice certain tantra. So the willpower is tremendously strong. Not only those yogis, but even coming to your question, even Aghoris. Aghor, he or she who doesn't fear darkness. Here the darkness is not only where there is no sun, no moon, complete darkness. It's also the darkness which is metaphoric. Dark thoughts, dark actions. They go beyond that. And their main uddesha, their main idea is to attain the enlightenment and merge with Shiva, with Mahadev.